Hello and welcome back to Mars. I'm Mick, we're playing Stationeers. Now we are still here with the Walters and yeah, we've got a storm coming in, so probably not going to be doing much. It is day 488. It has been 78 days since our last incident. Well, last incident to me, Walter got blown out of the blown out of the place by the rocket, but yeah, that sounds like a Walter problem. He's fine. Now we are going to be building some rockets. We've got to finish our ground control. That was something we had left over from last time. Now I did.
Storm incoming.
Yeah, I've already covered that. Thanks. Where's my jetpack going? Yeah, it's still good. I'll grab another one anyway. Now, I was going to win our ground control. That's what we're doing. The last time, close my visor and don't die. That would be handy. So last time we sort of set it up so I could just flick a switch and get the refueling done.
Storm.
We ran into the problem of what do I do when I have multiple rockets. So I've changed it. That's how I fixed it. I think I was just trying to do too much at once. So I have put in another chip. This one here, that is switched off because I've switched everything off. There we go. So I have this one here, which is connected to this one, which is my refueling chip. Now, this one will control all the pumps. Are they all set back to pull in? Oh, it's trying. It must be down to 0 just about. Okay. I might have to fix that so it just switches off once it gets close enough to 0. You are obviously still pumping out, and you are obviously still pumping out. Yes, you are. Right, so we have our little dial on here. That'll tell me, lets me know
Storm
what percentage I want that to fill to. So 0 means, of course, fill it to 0, which it's trying to do at the moment. It's just a little confused. If I say fill it to 10%, so it's 1, it'll say fill to 10%. These things all switch into the forward mode, pumping stuff out, and it should pump that up until it gets to 10%. So our capacity is 760 litres, so it should pump up till it gets to 76, which it has done.
Storm incoming.
And she's all good. And so if I switch it back down to 0, we should see all of them flick into the other direction. They're all pushing forward. So if I switch that back to 0, they've all changed to suck it back in now. And it'll try and put 0% of liquids in there, which it's doing. Okay, so if I put you
Storm
to the
incoming.
pump housing, import you. So I have done that from here. So we just take fuel as we measure how much fuel is in there, what percentage it is. It checks the fill ratio from the dial, compares that, and either pumps it forward or backwards. If the fill ratio, if we're greater than the fill ratio, it just does a test on there and sets the pump mode to either forward or backwards. It does that for the fuel, the NOS, and the oxygen. So all three of them are controlled by the same one. So I might want to add on to there, and we shall say if so we have R0 is the ratio of it there. We shall say set
Storm incoming.
Approximately, so set let's just say use R2. Set R2 if R1 is approximately equal to the fill ratio, plus or minus 1%. So if that's true, oh, I want to do a set not.
Storm incoming.
Snap, I don't have them. Okay, I'll have to reverse that. Do I have a not command here? Well, I do have a not command there. Whoops. So I'll just reverse that one. We do have a not command. That was... must have come in a while ago. I haven't been paying attention. And we shall save device to the fuel pump on
Storm incoming.
R2. Export you. And switch it off. So now if I flick that back to 10, it should switch back on again. Well, shit. It didn't switch back on again. Okay, why didn't it switch back on again?
Incoming.
Alt R0, you twat. Oop, there we go. R0 is the ratio. Export. Now it'll not switch back on again. Why didn't you switch back on again? So if it is approximately equal to the fill ratio, it knows it's not. Is my error too high?
Storm incoming.
Is that not how the approximate works? Or plus or minus, is that an absolute value? I thought that was a percentage. Export it. You're still not switching on. Okay, I don't know how that command works, but anyway. Set R2 if R0 is approximately equal to that.
Storm incoming.
Within... Okay, I'm just guessing now. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. So it's approximately equal to that. True, not.
Storm incoming.
Nope, I've got no idea how that thing works. And all right, we won't put that in there until I learn how to use it. Okay, great demonstration. Got no idea. Right. Export you, so I can switch you back on again. And right. Now if I connect you up,
Storm incoming.
I get my go, no-go light there. Turn it up to, oops, higher value. That says it's not fully refueled until I get to 20%. That should be a green light when it gets to 20%. Anytime soon. Now that one was meant to be plus or minus 2%, but I don't know why it worked for that command. There we go. So it should be very close to 20% full.
Incoming.
So if I get my fuel tank, which is 50 litres, which I have almost exactly on those two there. So now I can disconnect it. Whoop. Suck back the fuel, and it's ready to launch. Although, my battery has been in there. It doesn't actually check my battery yet. So if I grab the other one there, which is the survey housing, import you. Right. Basically all that one does is closes all the umbilicals and then checks to see if it's got enough fuel. Yeah, so I tried to use all the pumps and everything else there, but let's just split it up and keep it simple. So it just closes the housing, and yeah, reads the dial and decides whether or not it needs to be filled up.
Storm.
So
Incoming.
that one is set approximately that. It is about 2% difference on that one. That could just be dumb luck, but yeah, it's working. So now I need to do the battery on that one. So I don't quite know how I'm going to check the battery. So I've got 2 batteries in this one and 2 batteries in that one over there. So I'd have to check each battery individually. So I can't use a batch. I suppose unless I use the
Incoming.
batch named. So I'd have to stupid safety rail. So if I name the batteries, I could probably use a batch named to do that. Battery survey.
Storm. Incoming.
Right, now I should just be able to use a batch name to check those. And if they are fully charged, I can add that to the go, no go list. Where are we? Over there. So down here we check fuel tank. Is it good?
Storm. Incoming.
True. So we say that. We check the volume in there. We join them together. So, oh, hello, Storm. Well, that'll stop the announcements. So now I shall need to load batch named. I shall need the hash for the... I can reuse R1. So I'll need the device hash, which is battery, which is the battery medium. It'll be you. Okay, I'll take you. And find the battery to you. Okay, so battery name hash is the hash. What is it? Battery survey. Oop. I need to know the ratio and the average. Okay, set greater than, so if it is fully charged, so set R1 if R1 is greater than, well, 99%. And I'll put that into the, combine that with the other ones, and we select, I did define a go, no go, and I didn't even use it. Well, damn it, you know what? I'm going to use it. So we say, right, go, no go into there. Just so as I can go, fuel tank, go. Oxidizer, go. Battery, go. We are go for launch. What a nerd. So I'll just put them into there. Select go, no go based on that. Go, no go just looks stupid in there that many times now, doesn't it? But anyway, there it is. Export that into there, and I have no way of testing that now. Oh, storm's gone. Well, that was a pretty lame storm. I don't know why I can't switch you off. So if I say I want to fill you up to 60%, attach you on, That should be doing that. And battery should be charged, so I won't get anything out of that. And we are go for launch. Get a life. I can suck that back in now and I can say launch there, set destination. Where do I want to go? I really don't want to go anywhere. I've surveyed everything. I can go do stuff. What's that? Gold rocks. Let's go delete that one. I'll go find another one there. So let's go to there. Set destination. Rocket. Kaboom. There she blows. I've got 800 seconds of fuel. It is tons. I wonder if I can switch off the landing. So I only need like 7 kilonewtons. I've got 30. It says I need 13 to land. I've got tons of time. So I could probably just let that plummet to about 10 kilometers and then switch it on. Yeah, because 25 is tons. So 10 should be tons as well. But anyway. Almost there. Damn, that gets there quick. Nice, locate. Just switch it on. Yep. Switch him on. And I only need 10 for a discovery. Well, that's need 100. Get 30 from each one, do I? Yep. Oop, all discovered. That was difficult. And what do I find? Looks like the copper ones I deleted there, I found them again. Okay, so if I set my destination to there, and oop. From there, back to there, 30 seconds. Now I believe, I switch off my auto land. Oh, switch off my engine. That is now picking up speed. And down it comes. Now coming down very quickly. I'll let that get down to about 10 kilometers. I should be able to switch you back on and land. Oh, easy. What's my engine running at? Throttle? Oh, throttle, there it is. I still only needed 70%. Coming down at 60. Well, that got down a lot quicker. So I could drop that down even faster. Could I get it down to 5 kilometers before I switch it on? Yeah, it's still coming down really slowly. Oh, I could have done it. I chickened out. Okay, so I know I can drop that to well down below 10 kilometres. Oh, I forgot to put the I forgot to put the panels back on it. Whoops. Well, guess what? You can still fly it with the panels off. Okay. Nobody pay attention to that. That was for science. It was totally deliberate. Well, I mean, Mars only has about 1% the atmospheric pressure of Earth, so you probably could launch something without a fairing on it. Depends how delicate it was, I guess. Right, so now I had to set up another one of them over here. I've started the cabling, so I must have been planning to do that. You turn you around that way. You are one of them. There, you can go into there. And I'll need a wall and a light. Go into there, and I'll use a broken light. Right, you can try you. And I'll grab that wall back. Thank you, sir. Now, so this one will be for the other rocket. Now, I could batch name everything. That's the easy way to do it. If I batch name everything, the two liquid connectors will connect at the same time from the same batch reading. Maybe. Okay, well, we'll call it, we'll do it. Umbilical liquid, yep. This will be our test one. I could just call them all the same thing, couldn't I? Oh no, there'd be a different hash number to it. Okay. Okay, yes. Right. Yep, can't do that. So is that all I needed? So those ones are working. I need to copy that to the other one. Change you to the other IC housing, which is called the well, it is a test stand, so let's just call it that. Let's not be fancy. You are the test and the test. Right. I need to set you to the, not the survey downlink. That must be the other one. Switch you on, so that means I'll have a heap of other stuff in there that I won't be able to tell what it is because I haven't named it all. Ooh, if I switch that one off and switch you off. Now none of the stuff in that rocket should be discoverable. Okay, so if I put that to the test housing, export you, I have code in there. Switch that on. I need the avionics. I do think I put, was the downlink? Yes. I did put avionics in there. Good. The fuel tanks haven't been named. All right. Now I have everything connected there. You are... yes, you are the... test oxidizer and the test fuel. Is that all I needed to do? I think so. I'll find out soon enough. Now I needed the avionics, the fuel tank, the fuel, the oxidizer tank. I need the dial, which is called a dial. I put a lot of thought into that one. I need the nothing else. The other ones have all been hashed, haven't they? Oh. They have. Right. I can use the switch and the light can go onto here. That'll make life easier. So if I put the dial, if I put the light, I did name it, the lever, which is the test lever and the test light. Survey. There we go. Lever and the light. So you are the switch. Yes, the switch to D4. That's probably not actually helping anything, is it? Well, I guess the light to D5. Right. Switch and the light and the light. Okay, so I need to get the numbers for those three. I've got my doodad, so I'll need that. I want. Where's my notepad? Because my brain will not remember it no matter what I do, no matter how many times I stab it with a fork. So that is the oxidizer, which is the 10C6C8. C6. Right, and you are the fuel. Fuel, which is 10C6E1. And the power, 10C701. Okay. And I maybe should get a light here so I can actually see what I'm writing down. That might be handy too. And so we have our power was 10C 701. That is fuel C6E1 and C6, C8. C6, C8. Right. Test housing, export you. And you don't like that. 15. Oh, yes. Ha ha ha. So that'll be, save that. I did another one as well. Light you. Export you. Whoop, we're done. We are connected. Yep. And we want to get to the rocket. Our battery's only at 5%. So now if I set my fuel to 20%, our oxidizer, oh, I've got to set these up again. We have volume of liquid, and I will want a pressure. Do I have a temperature? I have a temperature. There we go. I'll put you up the top. My fuel tank, I shall favourite you as well. And I'll need the same stuff again. Pressure, temperature, volume. Right. So they're filling up to 50. So they should be green, but our power is not at 99%. So it's giving us a no-go for launch. Until that gets to 99, we should be having a red light on our launch window. God, don't I sound like a complete nerd? More so of a complete nerd. Pressure feed, liquid engine. Now, what have we got on you? Now, we should have a setting. Now, that is supposed to be how much the how much we are using the heat exchanger to heat up the fuel. Okay, so I want on the engine, I want to know what is coming out, which is our liquid volatiles. Which will be there. Volatiles, pollutant, liquid volatiles, and liquid oxygen, because that's our fuel at the moment. So if they're coming out in a 2-to-1 ratio, they should 2 volatiles to 1 oxygen. They should be balanced. Very good. We go for launch. That's all right. We're not going to launch, so it doesn't matter. I want to disconnect it just in case it explodes. Probably. Pull back that fuel. Okay. Sure. Well, that's piss weak. Right. I have got no idea. Temperature is going up. Our oxidizer is not. Pressure of oxidizer 1154. Well, I mean, it is low pressure. Okay. That's okay. The fuel temperature is going down. oxidizer temperature is also going down. Wow, that was exciting, wasn't it? Okay. I did wire it up, didn't I? Yeah. Connected, you're connected. Okay, I have got no idea. But, okay, where's the setting? That's the wrong one. Pressure fed liquid engine. Setting is 50%. Switch that on. I'm getting it as oxygen. Why? 80% liquid oxygen. The thrust I'm getting is from squirting out the liquid oxygen. It is on full throttle. Oxidizer. We do have oxidizer in there. It is oxygen. Okay. Weird. That did absolutely nothing. Definitely oxygen. Liquid oxygen. Definitely volatiles. Liquid volatiles. I do have that engine built. If that suddenly works now I'm standing right next to it, I'm going to shit my pants. But it's not. I have done something wrong. Confusion. Okay, well this has been a completely unsuccessful effort. I might have to play around with it for a little bit and see what I can do. Or I'll just sit here looking stupid and having no success. Like I haven't done that already today. But anyway, I'll play around and see, restart the recording when I get a clue. Oh, shit. Okay. Okay, so it seems from this, liquid is pulled from the input into the engine based on the input gas pressure. Some gas also pressed there. Second liquid pipe connection is an optional heat exchanger connection which exchanges heat between the pipe's contents and the engine bell. So no volatiles is getting into the engine, so maybe that does not feed back into the engine. So if I've only got one input to feed my two liquids in there, how do I mix the liquids? Because if I'm using volatiles and NOS, I cannot mix them. I don't have a liquid mixer. So I'd have to, I could probably pre-mix oxygen and volatiles just using a couple of pumps going into the one tank. Oh, that sounds like a bad idea. I mean, if I do look up, I do look up volatiles because I just went through there. If I look up my volatiles and overlay that with the oxygen, I can mix them both as liquids. Anywhere between 119 or minus 119 or minus 115 and minus 189. I can mix them as liquids and put them in there. But I can't mix them on the fly unless I use one-way valves and a couple of pumps to mix it into a small tank as we go. That's doable. But as I say, if I want to use NOS, where are we? Nitrous, hello? Nitrous oxide, they can't exist as a liquid together. So I cannot mix them. If I've only got one input for fuel, I cannot build a NOS rocket to run on the pumped liquid engine. The pumped liquid engine. Oh, shit. That means the only way I can use NOS is in the pumped liquid engine. Because I can't get high enough pressure of NOS to use in the gas engine. And I can't match temperatures to put it in this engine. Well, that's a little bit weak. Oh, in fairness, it doesn't say you can use NOS in that one, does it? It does say it in the other ones. So I'll need to set it up, connect to this one, a couple of tanks with a couple of pumps feeding into that one pipe. I'll need a sensor on it to know what's in there, and I'll need to get some code to feed it in there to get the right mix in there. And then I could just put in a nitrogen tank and pre-pressurize it that way, and I don't need the heat exchanger at all. Okay, so maybe I need a gas umbilical with a nitrogen feeder on it. And a nitrogen tank. Them are mixers. Okay. So I got to pull that down and go again. Fine. Oh, and I figured out my pumps. So I've got them to switch off now. They all work. So if I switch you back to unfuel everything, they switch back on again, they unfuel everything, and they will switch off. It was a not command which was giving me trouble. The rest of it I was doing right. Because the not command, when I ran a not command, it gave me a -1 instead of a 1, which wouldn't switch the pumps on. So the pump housing, import. So yeah, all I did on that one was change it from a not to a set equal to 0. So if it equals 0, true, change the 0 to a 1. If it's not equal to 0, then it's false. Whatever number it is goes to a 0. So, and then switch it around. So yeah, it was a not command which was giving me trouble. The rest of it is right. So it is fill ratio plus or minus 1%. So, and it does that for all of them now. All working as required. Of course, once you get to 0, plus or minus 0%, it does somehow switch it off. But yeah, you know, good luck with that. Right. And I've changed all of my umbilicals to use the batch one now. So my survey housing, import. Right. So now I have just got a call to your power, liquid, gas and chutes and it just changes them all. They're all named the same thing. So when it puts out a call for them, it'll change them all, regardless of which ones you got hooked up. So, yeah, so now I have got to gut that thing. Now that it's empty, almost. Now that it's empty, I should be able to gut that thing and disconnect you, and yeah, pull it all apart. So I'll have to get nitrogen over there now, I guess, too. I should have plenty of it. Where are we? Not like I'm short of nitrogen there. 17 megapascals. 3,000 litres of you. You are still got a lot of cooling down to do. Oh, that's getting close to full. megapascals. That should maybe be enough to burst those tanks. Now it'll have 5 megapascals left in it once it's finished, so we'll be good. Meanwhile, you're good. You're good. Okay. So I've got to gut that rocket. Awesome. Rightio. I might. Well, actually, I might pull it apart and do that in between. So, well, we got our ground control done. It's not much progress, but that all got done. Yeah, that's lame. I think I've got this one. It's annoying that I can't use NOS in that one. But anyway, if it works the way I think it works, which it probably doesn't because I've said that before, I should be able to get that one going. So I should strip it out and rebuild it ready for next time. So until then, we'll say goodbye because I stink. So yeah, we'll call it a quits there. Maybe I just switch the whole lot off. Yoink. Stop using my power. And yeah, we'll come back and give it another go another day. So until then, happy building. See ya. Right, okay, so that is just connected into the first output, which I believe does not feed into the engine. If I get nada. Okay, so that is definitely not feeding back into the engine. So if I put you onto you, that's the wrong color. It'll be fine. So that one should be feeding into the engine. If I now, it's pre-mixed, so now if I, oh shit, no, shit, so much for not having much in there. Now I did say, what? Right, that's, no, not a problem anymore. Okay, 84 days. Back to zero. Shut up, that was not karma. Where were you when I needed you to be set on fire, you stupid